Hi, Warren. Hi, Charlie.
Hi.
I'm Ken Martin. I'm an MBA student from the Tuck School at Dartmouth. My question is about college tuition and the problem of rising student debt balances. In the past, prominent philanthropists have founded institutions that are now prominent research universities in our country. Why is this not a bigger part of today's philanthropic debate, the founding of new colleges? Would not new supply in higher education be at least part of the solution to this problem?
Charlie, you want to tackle that one? You're more of an expert than I am.
Yeah, I think that if you expect a lot of efficiency, financial efficiency in American higher education, you're howling at the wind.
Well, I think he's also talking about just more philanthropy delivered there. Am I right? Or want to give him the light back on there?
Yeah, that's right.
What's the question again?
The question about is maybe whether more philanthropy ought to be devoted to that relatively because of the cost. But
well, I do a lot more than Warren does in this field, and I'm frequently disappointed. But the monopoly has and bureaucracy have kind of pernicious effects everywhere, and the universities aren't exempted from it. But of course they are the glory of civilization. And if people want to give more to it, well, I'm all for it.
yeah, you've got the option of very good state schools, and we spend a lot of money on education in this country. If you just take kindergarten through 12, it's interesting. People talk about entitlements in this country. They say it's terrible we have all these entitlements for Social Security and everything. We have entitlements for the young. We spend $600 billion a year educating 50 million kids in the public schools between kindergarten and 12th grade. And just think of what that is as an entitlement. Nobody ever seems to bring that up. But it's a huge, and I believe in it, obviously. But the people in their working ages, generally speaking, I think in a rich society have an obligation to both the young and the old. And based on the amount we spend, if we have problems with our school system, it's not because we're cheap. There are other problems that contribute to it. In terms of the money we put out, we're right up there. But I was the trustee of a college that saw the endowment go from $8 million to over $1 billion, and I didn't see the tuition come down, and I didn't see the number of students go up.
Nothing went up, except the professors' salaries.
Yeah, from 8 million to $1 billion. I mean, and very, very decent people running the place. But when you read the figures on endowment of the big schools, and some of them have really gotten up into big numbers, the main objective of the people running the endowment is to have the endowment grow larger. And that will be ever thus. That is the way humans operate. You have any more comments on that, Charlie? You've seen a lot.
I've made all the enemies I can afford at the moment.
Okay. That's never slowed them down in the past. Andrew.